Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
45. Mike, 45. Hey.
Now.
Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Second and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
Let's go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Check 43. Check.
What? Squeeze. Go.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
5.
Now Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw on second down, Costello. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Costello. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. Back to the ground, Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Head over. Let's go. Recon, 132 fighter. Good. Hey, 2. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short.
Slant. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Go out.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Flex. 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. This pass complete to Higgins. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on second down. Costello. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Operating from the gun. Costello. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Look at me. Zipper.
From the gun. Costello. And Diggs has it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Got it.
On first down, Costello. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 50-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Check cross, check cross, check cross.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 18 games. Now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10.
Watch the pass. 80 weapons. Watch the shot. Go.
Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on second down. Costello. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
This is Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
My 52. Oh, two.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. One set. Check Mike 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Go, Jackrabbit. Go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. 90, roll. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
2nd and 13. And this one complete to Smith. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Costello going deep for Diggs. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, check, watch 54, watch
13! 13!
check 50, check 50.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Switch.
One, Omaha. White. Bravo.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 180!
54. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Higgins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Here we go. 180! 12, 11.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Elliott puts this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Let's go.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Haywood.
From the 41, Garoppolo. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. To throw on second down. Costello flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Go.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
54.
Go ahead, go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
You draw quarter. Hey, box drop. Step.
On 1st and 10, Costello, complete. Smith has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go. Let's go. Ready?
2nd and 3. It's caught. Smith. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
18 games. Send your way. 52. Yep. 52. Block 52. 52's the mic. Here I come.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. He's got Smith here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch Mike. I'm coming after you. Yeah.
On 3rd down, Costello. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go.
To throw is Garoppolo. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. Second and 6. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Costello looking for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All right, 11, 21. Here we go.
Let's get there. Chance.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Slam.
There. Go.
Check 13.
Go.
They run it again with Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go.
Now Cook running right. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Badgley's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 33 yards that time. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll look to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock.
21.
Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Garoppolo now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. Smooth.
Back to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 8, read. Hey, lock it. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check 24. Speed dribble.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try.